Lisa and Alex had been married for 8 years and had dated for 2 more years before that. They were in love, or at least that's what Lisa thought during those magical first couple of years. Unfortunately, Lisa's parents had long died in a car accident, so she only had her sister Jenny as family. The young woman was very excited to start a family of her own. Alex was also an orphan, but he didn't even have any siblings. Lisa and Alex met in college. They quickly fell in love with each other and started making plans for the future. Alex had a decent job with a steady income, but he'd always dreamed of starting his own business. He shared his aspirations with Lisa, and she supported him wholeheartedly. "Honey, I want you to be happy. If that's what you want to do with your life, I will support you every step of the way." "That's so sweet of you." "Thank you. But we were talking about having kids. I'm not sure I'd be able to provide for our family anytime soon," Alex replied. Lisa hesitated for a second, but her response was firm. "It's okay, Alex. We still have time to start a family. Let's focus on our careers first, and we can revisit this topic in a couple of years." Alex breathed a sigh of relief. He knew he was beyond lucky to have such a supportive and understanding girlfriend. "Lisa, you've been so great to me. I can't imagine my life without you. Even though we decided not to have kids yet, I would still love for you to become my wife. Will you marry me?" Alex said, his voice shaky with excitement. "Yes, yes, Alex, I will marry you," the young woman replied and hugged her now fiancé. The couple soon got married. They didn't hold a grand celebration, but a rather intimate get-together with only their closest friends. 3 months later, Alex graduated from college, and it was time for him to start working on his dream. However, at this point, he shared some unfortunate information with his wife. "Honey, remember how we talked about me starting my own business after graduation? Well, I guess I'll have to put it off. I don't have enough funds to start anything just yet." He looked so devastated that Lisa couldn't help but rush to save the situation. "I don't want you to give up on your dream. You know what? I have some savings. You can have them. And I can take a year off college, get a second job. I can always go back and graduate after your business takes off. Will you do that for me? Are you sure? I don't want you to put your life on hold." Alex tried to object, although he didn't sound very convincing. Lisa insisted, and Alex took her up on her offer. Jenny and her husband Porter tried to reason with Lisa, warning her against giving all of her savings to her husband, but there was no changing her mind. Eventually, Jenny got on board, seeing how happy Alex made her sister. Being deeply in love with Alex, Lisa didn't object when he registered the company in his name only. Neither did she say anything when the business didn't take off during the first years. She simply put off her plans of going back to college and continued shouldering all the housework, as well as working several jobs to support their family and her husband's business. Lisa truly believed that they would be together forever, and that she'd go back to college as soon as the business took off, and then they would finally start a family. Unfortunately, Lisa had no idea how wrong she was. A few years later, Porter put Alex in touch with some important people, which helped Alex land several big clients in a short time, and his firm finally started making good money. Lisa was beyond proud of her husband and very excited to start the next part of their life together. She even quit one of her jobs as Alex was finally shouldering some of the family's expenses. It would seem that their life was great, but one day, Alex came home looking very grim and serious. "Honey, are you feeling all right? Did anything happen? Whatever it is, you can tell me," Lisa asked worriedly. "I filed for divorce, Lisa. I think it's time we go our separate ways," Alex said coldly. Lisa felt as if the rug was pulled from under her feet. This news seemed so out of the blue that her mind simply couldn't process the information. "What do you mean? How? Why? What's going on? I don't think we're a good match anymore. You have to understand. I've changed, but you didn't. I'm an important businessman now, and you're a college dropout. I can't even take you to dinner with my business partners. You'll just embarrass me. I have to move on." Tears started streaming down Lisa's face. She couldn't help it. She felt as if Alex had slapped her. The pain was so intense she couldn't catch her breath. Thoughts started swirling in her head. Lisa desperately wanted to pinpoint the moment when their relationship had started to fall apart. What did she miss? How did she allow this to happen? She loved Alex blindly and always put his needs first, and now he was about to discard her like a used, unwanted item. Sure, she did feel that he was pulling away the last couple of years, but Lisa chalked it up to his increasing workload and stress, as he was working with some very serious clients at the time. Alex looked irritated. My decision is final, and no amount of tears will make me change my mind. We're done. I'm tired of watching other businessmen with their smart and beautiful wives. I've had plenty of opportunities to get with amazing women, but I could never do it because I was married. I can't do it anymore. Luckily, we don't have kids, so getting divorced isn't really that big of a deal. That was the last straw for Lisa. She'd been waiting for Alex to get his act together so they could finally have kids, and now he was using their absence as an advantage. I don't believe you. How could you be so cruel? I put my life on hold for you. I worked 2 jobs. I gave you all my savings. I paid rent and covered all the bills. I supported you every step of the way while you followed your dream. And now you want to get rid of me? Just like that. Lisa was getting furious, but the blows just kept on coming. Let me make one thing very clear to you. You're not getting anything in the divorce. The company is registered to my name. You have no stake in it. I worked too hard to build my business to just give away part of it. I'll hire the best lawyers, and they'll make sure that you don't get any of my money. Alex couldn't have been more clear in his intentions. Your money? Your money? What about my money? What about my life? My education? I gave up everything for you. I deserve my share of the success. Lisa was broken. You don't deserve anything. This discussion is over. You have a week to pack your things and get out of my house. You'll get the divorce papers soon. I'll stay in a hotel for the time being. Goodbye. Alex turned around and left the house, slamming the door on his way out. After Alex left, Lisa spent the night crying. She tried to make sense of everything that had just happened, but there was no explaining Alex's actions and no forgiving him. The next morning, she pulled herself together and called her sister. As soon as Jenny heard Lisa's voice, she knew something was wrong. What is it? What did he do? Jenny asked. He's divorcing me, Jenny. He's leaving me and taking all the money. He says that I don't meet his needs anymore, that he needs someone smarter and prettier by his side. Can you believe it? I wasted so much time on him. I gave him everything I had. Lisa laid everything out as it was. You're not planning on rolling over and letting him have it his way, are you? Jenny was furious. Oh no, sister. That's something I definitely don't plan on doing. Although I have no idea what I'm going to do. But I'll come up with something. Trust me. Jenny thought for a moment and then called her husband Porter over. They talked in hushed tones for a few moments, and then Porter addressed Lisa. I'm so sorry about everything you're going through. I never liked Alex, to be honest, but I was always willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because I saw how much you loved him. That's why I helped him out with some clients. Remember? All of his highest paying partners are my contacts, and they are some very old-fashioned people. I'm sure they wouldn't appreciate the way he treated you. How would you feel about letting them in on your family drama? That sounds like a great idea, Porter. Would you be willing to get me in touch with them? I think that would be the perfect payback. I was the one to help him build his business, and I'll be the one to destroy it. For the first time in the last 24 hours, Lisa finally felt good about herself. She realized that she couldn't just go to Alex's clients and simply tell them what happened. She needed proof, so she decided to call her husband and invite him out for a cup of coffee to talk about their situation, but Alex didn't accept her invitation. So Lisa decided to wait for him at his favorite coffee shop, right around the corner from his office. When he showed up, Lisa was ready. Her phone was strategically placed in her pocket so that it would record Alex and everything he had to say. And he had to say a lot. How dare you show up here? Didn't I make myself clear last night? I want nothing to do with you. You're ugly, uneducated, and annoying. Why are you doing this, Alex? I helped you build your business. I broke my back working 2 jobs. I gave you all my savings. I supported you every step of the way. And now you're just getting rid of me like I'm some kind of trash. Lisa prompted him. You said it yourself, Lisa. You are trash, and there's no place for you in my life. It's my business, and there's no way I'm letting you get any of it. I already hired the best lawyer in town. Now get away from me. I don't want to see you ever again. Lisa didn't say another word. She got everything she needed. That very evening, Lisa, Jenny, and Porter wrote a very carefully worded email detailing the way Alex had treated his wife. They also attached the video Lisa made at the coffee shop as proof. Then Porter sent it to every single client he helped Alex get. Porter was right. They were all men with values who didn't care for such treatment of one's family. Moreover, they were all smart men, so they knew that if Alex could treat his wife that way, he wouldn't hesitate before stabbing any of them in the back. Thus, the next morning, Alex started getting calls from his clients. They were all pulling out of their deals and promised to never do business with him again. Poor Alex saw his business crumbling right before his eyes, but he had no idea what was happening. It was only when he opened his copy of Porter's email that he saw what every single one of his best clients got and understood what was happening. Yet, there was nothing he could do about it. The damage was already done. He tried calling Lisa, but she never picked up. Porter helped her find a great lawyer. When Steve heard her story, he even offered to take her case pro bono. He helped her get divorced in record time. Moreover, Steve managed to prove in court that Lisa was the one paying all the bills and covering all of the family's expenses for many years, so she got most of their family assets. Alex realized that he'd made the biggest mistake of his life. Now he lost both his loving and supportive wife and his business. He knew he would never be able to work in this town again, so he had no choice but to move. Meanwhile, having claimed back her life, Lisa decided to go back to college and finally get that degree. She also started spending quite some time with Steve, who surrounded her with so much love and attention that she couldn't help but thank fate for bringing the two of them together, despite the circumstances of their introduction. It was thanks to her loving sister and brother-in-law, their help and support, as well as to Lisa's strength of character, that Alex couldn't break her. Instead, Lisa rose from the ashes to build a new, wonderful life and used her unfortunate experience with Alex as nothing more than a lesson to draw conclusions from.